What up, dude? What's up, everybody? It's Aaron Duncan here at the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. You guys already know it's a channel. I might not tell you what you want to hear. I'm definitely going to tell you what you need to hear. And I'm here for the Wednesday live stream. I'm an hour late. Y'all pardon my tardiness. Pardon that squeaking. That is a puppy in the background being annoying. I did not plan this. This is spontaneous. This is the live stream. But I'm here, and I'm here for y'all. What it is, what it ain't, what it's gonna be. What up, though? Bryce Hay in the building checking in. Very punctual. I'm not, unfortunately, I'm an hour late. Hold on. What up, though? Donald Gonzalez. What it is, what it is, what it is. It's a big day for y'all Saints fans, man. Y'all got some big news. They making money moves, man. Trying to secure the bag and get this ring. We're gonna get into that for sure today. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm gonna pretty much keep it all inside the NFC South this episode because it was enough news. Denario Douglas, what up, bro? I think this might be your first time joining the live stream, man. Welcome, man. Welcome. But like I said, if your first time watching, I do live stream every Wednesday. I try to aim for 8 o'clock. Most of the time I'm late. Sometimes I'm punctual, but it is what it is, man. He said he's chilling. It's good, man. It's a Wednesday. It's hump day. Hump day is almost over, so it is what it is. King Jaffe Joe talking about rise up. Where y'all Falcons fans been, man? I done had these live streams, dog, and y'all been MIA. Now that y'all got the 500, all these Falcon fans coming out the woodworks. I used to Donald Gonzalez back from the hurricane. Hey, we made it to the other side of hurricane season, man. Yeah, but like I said, man, Bryce said you're right. It's a lot to talk about in the NFC South. I'm not even gonna mess with the rest of the league this episode because, I mean, this is the NFC South channel. Slow motion. Dang, what's going on with my Wi-Fi? My Wi-Fi tripping? Do I need to get on? Let me see if I can get on. Oh, snap. It might help if I get on Wi-Fi on 4G. Let me know if that's better. You said it's slow motion. Let me know if that's better. I wasn't on Wi-Fi. I was on 3G or 4G. Let me know if that's better on the quality. But like I said, all NFC South tonight. Make sure you get a video a thumbs up. I know somebody's already done it. I appreciate you because you got to show the love. Hey, you right. What up, though? Lucas checking in. What up? You said it's better? Okay. All right. My Saints Rams. I already gave my recap on the Saints Rams game. But there's a lot of news. I'll start with the Dez Bryant since that's the most recent one. I wanted to make individual videos for this stuff, but it all happened on my live stream day. So I'm like, dang, that is trumping 2 good video ideas I can get. Then the Falcons come around and sign Bruce Irvin. I'm like, yo, what's going on here? So, and then I'm like, hold on. So we got to talk about everything. But let's start with Dez Bryant. All right, so Dez Bryant, he's been a free agent for a while. We saw him on Hard Knocks, talking and meeting with the Browns and all that and whatnot. And it seemed like it was pretty much a layup to sign with the Browns. Because, I mean, the Browns have $55 million in cap space. They have a young quarterback. They had Landry. It seemed like he was going to be a Brown, man. Like, just judging by the TV show, some people think that it was not a conspiracy. There's a conspiracy theory that Dez was just using the Browns to get his face and name out there and get his body on TV to let people know that, oh, I've actually been working out. Like, this is me. Because he's been on Twitter whining and crying and confessing and venting stuff and talking about some of the stuff he's been dealing with. But he kind of fell out of the news recently. So maybe they said that it was a publicity stunt for him to be on Hard Knocks. He was never really serious about the Browns because he was dodging phone calls initially, and then once they figured out that the phone call and all that drama was on Hard Knocks, he went ahead and signed up and went there. I mean, he looked like he was in shape from what I saw on Hard Knocks. You know what I'm saying? But it just didn't work out. Yeah, the question is, though, like, how much does Dez Bryant have in the – well, actually, let's start with the football stuff before we get to the locker room and off the field stuff with Dez. So, can Dez still play? That is the question. Can Dez play? He's 30 years old. He was a 2014 All-Pro wide receiver. For a while, when he played with Tony Romo, he was one of the better receivers at scoring touchdowns in the league. he was in the argument for one of the best receivers in the league. You had to put his name in there for a while. Of course, guys have come along and surpassed that and surpassed him, but how far removed is he from that? How close is he to being that all-pro guy? Was he just a victim of circumstances? Because now that he's gone from the Cowboys, we're pulling back those layers of the onions and see how trash Dak Prescott is. Was he just a victim of Dak Prescott? That's my impression. Tony Romo knew that what type of receiver Dez was. He was a 50-50 guy. You throw the ball up to him. You throw him a slant. Like, Dez is only going to run 3 routes, guys. I'm telling you right now, Dez can only run 3 routes. The slant, the dig, and the go. But it's not even a go. It's a fade. So, Dez is... it just seems like he's limited there. And like I said, he's not very fast. He's a good athlete. He's a physical athlete. But... what does he have left? It seems like the Saints system is more of a cerebral and precise system. You see Michael Thomas, I've talked about him. He's not really a just overpowering athlete. Michael Thomas just makes catches and puts up numbers because Drew Brees is going to put the ball right on you. You don't have to be too wide open. And that's why Brees has pretty much had, I think somebody said Brees has had like over 12. Like, I forget. I'm probably wrong. But it was a ridiculous amount of number of 800-yard receivers he's had since he's been in New Orleans because he can pretty much throw to anybody and make them legit. So you don't really need to be, I think it was like Lance Moore, Marcus Colston, was Devery Henderson one of them probably, Kenny Stills, Brandon Cooks, Jimmy Grant. Like, the list goes on. Like, Breeze is going to put the ball on whoever's running routes. It doesn't really matter. But like I said, it seems like there's a system in place. Can Dez mesh in that system? Can Sean Payton? I think Sean Payton has the Lance Moore also, yeah. Sean Payton, of course, has the football IQ and acumen to find a place for Dez, but can Dez execute that? You know what I'm saying? Is it worth going out your way to fit him into the system? Or is he a glorified decoy? Are they just trying to make big splashes and big names because the spotlight is on them and they want to sign Dez? Because people want to, nobody really talked about the Saints needing a wide receiver until they rumored that they were working out Dez. Like, I made a video about it in preseason, if y'all remember, about what the offense would look like without Mark Ingram and what they needed to do during that time. And my second point was to find a number 2 wide receiver. So make sure you hear it first. I am the football prophet. I put it out there that they needed a number 2 wide receiver. A lot of people disagreed and thought that Cameron Meredith was the answer or Traquan Smith was the answer, and apparently they're not. They need some time. Cameron Meredith has never really caught on. He's been hurt, and Traquan Smith isn't there just yet. And the Saints are not in the developing mode right now. Yeah, like Johnny Gonzalez says, they're trying to win now. They don't have time to wait for you to come along. It's been half a season. Traquan Smith hasn't made the progress that they thought he would be making right now. They want to bring in a vet. So how will Dez fit into that system? I don't know. Just a sticky situation to me because it seems like Dez needs them more than they need Dez. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Alvin Kamara is the second leading receiver. Yes, Michael Thomas has 70 receptions and the next closest receiver has 12. But has it been a problem thus far? No. Michael Thomas has pretty much gone off in every game except I don't think he really had a great game against Minnesota and maybe Baltimore. But besides that, he's pretty much destroyed every offense they played. Kamara's had double-digit reception games. He's had 100-yard reception games. Like, what they've been doing has been working. I'm a big fan of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But, as NFL coaches and GMs, you have to be able to self-scout is the term NFL teams like to use. And even though you're winning, it can mask a lot of holes in your team. They thought it was a hole, I guess. I don't know what they paid this guy because I know they worked out a contract. They said that they restructured Armstead's contract that way to make room for Dez because I checked SpotTrack.com. If y'all are not familiar with that, if you ever want to see a team who's going to pick up who, go to SpotTrack. It'll show you their cap space. It'll show you how much everybody's getting paid. It'll show you their signing bonus, how much money the team will owe them if they ever cut them. So before y'all ever going out yelling like, oh, we need to cut him or trade this guy, blah, 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 go check out SpotTrack and see if the math actually works because there was only one team with less cap space in the NFL than the Saints, and that was the Panthers. The Saints had less than $500,000 of cap space. Now, depth is always a question, too. Bryce said it's always good to have versatility going down the stretch, and I can agree with that. However, excuse me, open up YouTube while I'm here. However, is this work like is a second, probably third string, maybe fourth tier weapon? Like he's not going to be the primary weapon. Clearly, he's not going to be the secondary. He may not even be the third weapon. So like, what are you expecting out of Dez is the question. So that's what it has to do. Yeah. Like I said, I think Dez needs them more than him. Like this is a 7-game plus tryout for him. He got 7 games in the regular season probably. I doubt he plays this week. Plus playoffs, so maybe 8, at least 8 games because they're gonna make the playoffs. At least 8, maybe 9, maybe more. Does he want a ring as bad as the Saints want a ring? I mean, Dez seems like I don't know if he's the guy that wants to piggyback for a ring or if he wants to be something that he wants to be on the team where he can build up to be that ring. Like, are they on the same page with their goals? Is Dez really just trying to get a contract for next year, or is he trying to really help the team get a win? Get a ring. Is it both? Can both happen? Can both teams get their needs met and meet in the middle without anything clashing? Because we know how Dez can be. We've seen him talking to coaches, yelling at quarterbacks. That's the biggest concern. A lot of people saying, no, he won't talk to Drew Brees and Sean Payton like that. You're probably right. He may do that. Last time we saw a guy cut eyes at Sean Payton, they traded him to Arizona, a.k.a. Adrian Peterson. Last time they had some receivers that wanted to have, like one of those give me the damn ball receivers like Brandon Cooks and Kenny Stills. They got shipped out no matter the production. So Dez, he could be in and out. I'm sure it's going to be an incentivized contract. So if anything goes south, they can cut him. My thing is, what if things don't go the way that Dez wants it? How will he act? Keith Payton said he thinks they brought him to bring the young receivers. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know how much of a leader Dez is as far as like teaching. Maybe emotional leader, he can bring that. But like, what are they expecting from him? Like, he's been on his best behavior and saying all this good stuff because he wants to get signed. And a lot of times those guys will put on the front. That way, when they get signed, they go back to reverting to themselves, i.e. Odell Beckham Jr. Everybody was like, we saw him with the little blunt and the white substance in the hotel room, eating pizza with 2 model chicks. And this is during his contract time. He started being quiet. He ended his holdout. He came to camp. He started being a do-gooder. And once he got signed, here we go. He's back to being himself. But Donald Clark just checked in. What up, though? He's catching the back end of this Dez Bryant discussion. You were a tad bit late, Donald, so you got to scroll back in the time frame to get my take on the Dez thing. But like I'm saying, is it worth putting possible ripple in the chemistry for a secondary or third, fourth option on your offense? That's got to be the telltale, like I said. And what are the motives? Do the motives meet in the middle? Can they go 50-50 on the motives? Like I said, Dez is looking to have a tryout to get a contract, and the Saints are trying to get a ring. King Panther said he can get his what up, though. What up, though? You know what I'm saying? That better Donald Clark. What up, though? If y'all missed you, holla at your boy. I'm going to throw it up. I got you. It's all about the love. I got to sip my water. I got my yellow cup today. No alcohol will be consumed during this live stream. Full disclosure. All right. But let's move on to that other team up north. A little bit northern. A little bit higher. A little bit higher. The Atlanta Falcons. Because I haven't been showing the Falcons a lot of love lately. Like, they've been kind of like middle of the pack, whatever. I showed the Bucs some love because they've been pretty garbage. I've showed the Saints and the Panthers some love because they've been hot. The Falcons have kind of just been like, hot and cold. A lot of their fans have been the same way. But now that they got the 500 and they up in the mix, oh my God, you can't tell them nothing. The radio station, all my friends that are Falcons fans, they're hyped. There's a newfound hype. They think that we can get 3 teams into the playoffs again as the NFC South, just like last year. Hey, at this point, it's looking like the chances could be pretty strong. Excuse me. The only thing that I see holding that back is us beating each other up and maybe the Falcons being on the outside looking in. Matt Ryan is low-key balling. He's actually high-key balling. It's just the Falcons haven't been that great this year, so he hasn't been getting the love per usual. However, they signed today Bruce Irvin. So a lot of the Falcons fans were mad because they were like, man, we signed Bruce Irvin. We made this good pickup. And then the Saints want to turn around and sign Dez Bryant and steal our thunder. Like, that's how petty this rivalry is between these two. They're mad about headlines and all this and that. However, Bruce Irvin. So let's talk about Bruce. Bruce A. Bruce. You know what I'm saying? Bruce is from the A, period. Like, that's why he turned down more money to come to the A. He said the Patriots, that means he got rings. You know what I'm saying? He has rings. So he's not really chasing the ring. Now he's just trying to get paid, trying to get a job, trying to be comfortable. You know, he got his ring with Seattle. Otherwise, he'd have went to the Pats if he wanted another one. Because the Pats offered him money. I can't forget who else they said offered him some money. However, this dude is not after that check no more. He's at the comfort. He wants to be a hometown hero. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I live in Atlanta. I'm not from Atlanta. I don't blame him from leaving Oakland to come to Atlanta because, listen, the weather's nice. The women are beautiful. I mean, if you got family here, it's even better. There's always something to do. The nightlife is amazing. I don't blame my man for coming back to the A. I can't blame him. You know what I'm saying? I moved here in 2009. I haven't gone back home yet. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to get no ring in Atlanta, in my opinion. Bryce says he came back to the ring. Like I said, he's going to be a hometown hero. Everybody going to drop the jokes about him and Future looking alike because they do look just alike. And it's kind of funny. However, Bruce Irvin from Atlanta, from the Stone Mountain area. He went to Stevenson High School. You know what I'm saying? It was like a couple years ago before he left Seattle and went to Oakland. It was thought that he might come to Atlanta anyway because he had the ties with DQ. Like I said, he's from Atlanta, but instead he ended up going to the Raiders. So I don't know what was happening there. But he's a good piece to add to that D-line. Grady Jarrett came back and paid instant dividends. But Donald Clark said no rings in Atlanta unless it's in a bathtub. Bryce say wait till Debo get back because Debo is a factor. However, we don't know what Debo's injury is. That foot injury is kind of messy. But let's get back to Bruce Irvin. Bruce Irvin, I don't know. We'll see. Trill once said Debo got knocked out in the end. I was trying to think of a Friday joke to throw in there. I couldn't think of one, but I like what you did there. I got to give you one on that one, Trill one. But I got to give you that one. 2 cool points. You get 2 cool points for that one. But the Falcons are like, I think they're 26th or 28th in the league. Carolina Panthers checking in. What up, though? But I think they're like 26th or 28th in the league in pressures on the quarterback. And the Falcons have had a consistent pass rush in years. I mean, Vic Beasley, I think that I don't know how much of a long-term move this is for Bruce Irvin. I think Dan Quinn probably would like to bring him back if it works out. But this is insurance. This could be insurance if Vic Beasley doesn't work out. You know, Vic Beasley only had one good year to 15.5 sacks. They've kind of been moved. Like he has 15.5 sacks. They take him off the line and put him at linebacker. They put him in weird spots. I don't know. Where will Bruce Irvin play? Will his hand be in the ground, or will he be outside linebacker also in this system? I don't know. Like it's weird. Like what place will Bruce Irvin play? The word is he will be playing. He will be playing this Sunday against the Browns. So Bruce Irvin will be in uniform and playing at the Browns this Sunday for the Falcons. So we'll see what he got. I mean, Takk McKinley, he stepped up in the short time he's been in here, and he's pretty much outplayed Vic Beasley. Then Vic, he's actually shown a lot more moves and explosiveness than Vic. Vic pretty much is just a speed rusher. That was the concern on him coming into the league. Was he just a one-trick pony? Donald Clark comes on one-trick Vic. Bryce Hay agrees and said he needs to learn more moves. I agree also. He was just a speed rusher coming into the league. We knew what he was. We finally had that one good year with 15.5 sacks. My opinion, he bullied and feasted on some trash teams. I think he ended up having like a 3.5 sack game against the freaking Broncos and another one against some other trash O-line. So Maybe it was just it seemed like it was just an outlier. But this is the Falcons. This is the Falcons hedging their bets against having to sign Vic Beasley, because I think Vic Beasley's contract year is this year, correct, for a rookie deal. So this is a slippery slope. Vic Beasley's gonna step up. Maybe he'll light a fire under him and get him going. Maybe who knows? But how much will Bruce Irvin produce? Yes, he went to the Raiders. Like he's in a more comfortable system that he's used to and that he thrived in. The Raiders, maybe the system wasn't the best, but at the same time, like, okay, bro, you're playing across from Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack's getting all the attention, bro. You can't beat one-on-ones and get some sacks. Like, he only had 3 sacks so far this season. I know he didn't play with Khalil Mack so far this year, but that's my concern with Bruce Irvin. Hold on, y'all. Yo, cut it out, man. Dog squeaking a chew toy. My bad. But, where was I? Yeah, you're playing across from Khalil Mack. You know who's getting all the attention. This is probably one of the best defenders in the league. Why can't you produce across from him? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my concern. Like, okay, maybe the system will help him out a little bit more since he's familiar with it. So, it is what it is. Grady Jarrett, like I said, Grady Jarrett came back. Yeah, Carolina Panthers asked about Grady Jarrett. Jarrett, he's been back from injury. I think he had, 2 sacks last game against the Redskins? They pretty much dogged the Redskins. I apologize to the Falcons for not dropping a video this week. I want to try to start doing highlight reaction videos, and I was going to do that, but I just never got around to it. I've seen some other channels do it, and I think it's pretty cool, and I think y'all might like it if I try it. So maybe I'll try it by myself, because like I said, I've gotten a new computer software, and I've been trying to do some different type of videos. So we'll see. But this isn't a move that Atlanta would have made a couple weeks ago. Because a couple of weeks ago, their hope was just as low as these Falcons fans hope that, okay, the season's over. We got hella injuries. What are we going to do now? Like, blah, blah, blah. The Saints are running away. The Panthers are running away with in the division race. Like, what are we going to do? Then they realized, okay, we got the 500. Okay, Debo's coming back soon off of IR. Our defense is finally kind of rounding into shape. It looks like a little bit. The young guys and the people that we've been having to play are kind of rounding into shape and getting better, because you expect them to get better eventually with experience. So they're rounding into shape a little bit, man. So we'll see if they can make a run. A lot of people are talking about them now. The chatter is starting to rile back up for the Falcons. We'll see how they finish the second half of the season. All right, so we already talked about Eric Reed being signed by the Panthers. So Bryce said he wanted to tank 2 weeks ago. Exactly. But like I said, it's not a move they would have made a couple weeks ago, because now they're like, okay, let's push our chips to the table. Let's get this defense going and get some things going. Elijah Mays, what up? What up, though? Checking in into the live stream. Welcome. You're far too kind. You're welcome into this. But the Panthers, let's talk about the move. So everybody pretty much made an in-season move except the Bucs. The Bucs need a lot of help. I don't know where they are right now. So Bryce says like they're in too deep. They might as well put the chips into the table. Elijah May said it was Saints. Well, let's talk about what team had the best mid-season acquisition. Okay? Because the Panthers added Eric Reed in week 4, 5. And then the Saints and just added Dez Bryant, and the Falcons just added Bruce Irvin. Which three of those moves is probably the most impactful? Let's say most impactful. Okay, let's not talk about ability, because clearly, to me, Eric Reed is probably the better player out of those 3 guys. Like, just based on age and system and whatever. What's the impact? Let's analyze all of it. So let's start with the Panthers, since they got the first signing. The Panthers, they got a starting safety. They lost a free agent safety they signed in the offseason. They got a starting safety, a Pro Bowl safety. He was not out of the league he was out of the league for reasons clearly not to do with football. So they got a perennial Pro Bowl safety to start for $1 million. He's already had a pick. He had a pick last game. He's been physical. He's had a physical presence to the secondary. Other guys we haven't seen play first, but Dez, we're just speculating. how will he fit into that system? Can he be a guy that takes attention off of Michael Thomas? Can he open up the offense a little bit more? Can he be a red zone threat to catch back shoulder fades, jump balls, or whatever? Can he mesh with the system? I think it'll time to tell. There's a lot of question marks about Dez based on ability, how he'll mesh with the team in the locker room, and just overall where his head is at this point. Bruce Irvin, I think him being back in Atlanta may give him a newfound joy and energy for the game. I think he's definitely feels a need that the Falcons need with pass rush. In particular, a speed rush guy. He's familiar with Dan Quinn's system. It seems like an obvious pickup, an obvious pick, and it seems like a pretty much a seamless fit. I would have to say Eric Reed just because he fits a need and he's an upgrade anyway. He's something they needed, and he started as an instant starter. I mean, the Saints really didn't need Dez. They were fine without him. I think Dez's effect on the team will be minimal. I don't think they needed him. I don't think getting him will make that much of a difference. So I think it's kind of like a dud. And it's not a dud, but it can be nothing. But I mean, it could be a negative. But right now, it looks like it's only a plus. The Falcons, they need a pass rush. They added that depth. They got it. Vic Beasley's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. They got him. But I got to say the Panthers. Bryce Hay agrees with me. Carolina Panthers say he wants to see Dez play first, and he agrees with Reed. Trill One agrees with Reed also because the Saints didn't need Brian. Yeah, he agreed with me. He says Bruce Irvin's not what he used to be. Elijah Mays, he asked me for my Super Bowl pick. I'll do that in the speed round. Make sure y'all drop questions for the speed round at the end. You remember how we do. Drop the question for the speed round. I get to them at the end. King Panthers says outside of that, he thinks the best acquisition was getting Khalil Mack. I can agree just off ability, but they had to give up a lot. But it is what it is. Oof. Carolina Panthers dropping heat off type of heat. I'll address that at the end, though. I'll address that at the end. So let's go ahead. So I'll do my Super Bowl pick, and I'll talk about what Carolina Panthers just asked at the end. Yo. Jay Steve's in the building. What up, Dell? But it's let me move on. Let's go through these predictions, man. Nashville Saint, I appreciate you checking in. I ain't seen you in a while, dog. Where you been? Where some of y'all been? I'm seeing a lot of fresh names and fresh faces. I like it, but some of y'all ain't been here in a while, man. Where y'all been? Y'all been hiding. You know what I'm saying? This is the time where everything's popping in football season. I saw y'all during the off season, but y'all been hiding. Working, man. Yeah, I feel you. Life. That's all you had to say is life. Life, man. Life. It is what it is. I feel it, though. Let's get into these predictions. We'll start with the Thursday game, of course. It's the first one on the schedule. The Panthers versus the Steelers. We'll thank the football guys right now. Moment of silence. For giving us a decent Thursday night game because the past few Thursdays have been trash. I've been watching college football the past few Thursdays. I've been watching basketball the past few Thursdays just because these games on Thursday have been garbage. And I made a promise to myself not to watch basketball until Christmas because everybody knows the regular season doesn't matter. But the Thursday night matchups have been so bad that I've had to. But now college basketball is here too. I can watch some college basketball on Thursday. So I got something when the games are bad. But this game is the matchup that the world needs. Yeah, exactly. Bryce agrees. It's been terrible. This is the matchup that the world needs. They need a decent game on Thursday. They need some entertainment. I don't like short weeks. I don't like because the bar that I watch at is always packed with regular people during the week. So I don't like when they play on Thursdays. But it's gonna be a crazy game. You know what I'm saying? The Panthers are traveling to Pittsburgh. Everybody knows the road team clearly has the disadvantage on Thursday night games. But it just sucks because these teams are to me they're very, very close in talent, ability, and just the level of the teams they're on are very similar. However, the circumstances will compromise probably the game. The Panthers are traveling on Thursday on a short week. They got some injuries. The circumstances just aren't great for a game like this. Like this game deserves to be on a Sunday when all things are equal. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be a cold one, man. And we know the Panthers have been a little bit different away from on the road. Their 2 losses have come on the road to the Falcons and the Redskins. And the Steelers have won 4 in a row. And the thing about it is they've been 2-2 at home this year, so it's kind of like, okay, something's got to give. Y'all haven't been that great. Y'all haven't been that great at home, and the Panthers haven't been that great on the road. What's going on? Josiah Mays, what up, though? It's just, and Jay Steves, you're right. That's the exact same thing. Like I was gonna say, I went back. Like these teams don't play each other that often. The last time they played was 2014. I keep advertising NFL Game Pass. They need to give me some money, a sponsorship or something, because I keep giving them credit. But I went back on NFL Game Pass. That's the thing about it. You can watch games from all the way back to 2011. I went back to 2014 and watched when the Panthers played the Steelers the last time. Down at Gonzalez, what up, though? But I went back and watched the last time they played the Steelers. It was on a Sunday night. And it wasn't pretty. Thank God Le'Veon is not playing, because Le'Veon and the Steelers, LeGarrette Blount had 116. I think Le'Veon had 130 something on the ground. They ended up running for almost 250 yards on us. It was 38-7. We've only beaten the Steelers one time in team history. That was the first time we ever played them. We've lost 4 games in a row against the Steelers. Granted, that's a long history. The last time we played them, the teams are a little bit different. Of course, Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown are still there. Some of their O-linemen are good. But I will say this. Rams more like the man. John Close, it's crazy. Antonio Noboa. Here we go, Steelers. Oh, Lord, who let him in the building? What's up, man? Welcome. But the last time they played, the Steelers ran for 250 yards. It wasn't pretty. Le'Veon broke an 80-yard run because he, I don't know. We don't do good against zone runners that are very, very patient. However, I like the matchup with having James Conner, because James Conner is not Le'Veon Bell. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. But the matchup that everybody's going to be talking about is on the outside, Antonio and Juju versus Dante and Bradbury. You know what I'm saying? So what is going to happen on the outside? Juju and Antonio both playing a slot. You know what I'm saying? Bradbury has traveled a little bit and gone to the slot. Dante was supposed to be our nickel cornerback till Ross Cockrell got hurt in the preseason. You know what I'm saying? But who's gonna guard? I don't think they will shadow or chase anybody. But I think the matchup is better with AB and Dante and Bradbury on Juju. You know what I'm saying? So look for both wide receivers to play in the slot, because after they probably watched the film, seeing Adam Humphries from the Buccaneers going off on us, and all the tight ends on the inside going up. Our weakness is tight ends and slot receivers. You know what I'm saying? Adam Humphries, he ain't Juju, and he ain't Antonio Brown. So if he can do damage, they can do damage. So I'm a little nervous about that, man. I don't know. But to me, the most important thing is stopping the run. The Steelers have a huge offensive line. Their offensive line is huge. And these guys can definitely block. They're one of the best. They're probably the second best O-line behind the Saints in the league, and they're probably just as big, if not bigger than the Saints offensive line. And these guys can block their tails off. I mean, they get that. To me, they're getting most of the credit for James Conner's success, and they're letting Big Ben. They're letting Big Ben be Big Ben and do big things, scramble around, find guys that are open, but. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, we have big guys too. We got Peppers, you got Poe, you got KK, and you got Mario. These guys are pretty stout and steady. Can they keep Luke clean? Because that's what happens. They run that patient zone running in those double teams. Those double teams eventually get to the linebackers. Luke doesn't have a chance against some of those big guys if they get their hands on them. Luke wants to run sideline to sideline and chase those guys, but their running game is more of a patient style running game. So to me, the most important thing will be stopping the run, and then next thing, pressuring Big Ben. Even if you don't bring him down, you got to get him off the spot, get him running around. He'll make some mistakes. So the 3 keys will be tackling, pressure, and gap integrity. Gap integrity means that when they run the zone blocking, stay in your lane, stay in your gap, stay where you are. Don't let them cut back and get those cutbacks reversing the field. You know what I'm saying? Got to have the blitz packages in full effect. I don't think our front four will be able to get pressure by themselves. Offensively, they need to start fast. Like J. Steve said, the past few games they've been on the road, they've come back. They just started way too slow. The Falcons game, they started slow. Redskins game, they started slow with 3 turnovers. So if they can just start fast, their problems are in the first quarter and the third quarter. They're the worst third. They're probably one of the worst third quarter teams in the league. They only scored 13 points in the third quarter all year. It's kind of what helped the Buccaneers come back. If they can get points early in the first quarter and like make it a game, that way they can run their scheme. Because in the Redskins game, we had to pretty much abandon the run. So it took a lot of stuff out of the equation. When this thing is balanced and Cam Newton is able to run the offense and make good decisions, nobody can stop Cam Newton at that point. If he doesn't make mistakes, like I tell y'all, the Panthers are 20. I tell y'all every week, the Panthers are 23-4 in Cam Newton's career when he doesn't throw an interception. The situation is simple. Just don't throw a pick. He's gonna make plays regardless if he throws a pick or not. Just don't throw a pick to give the team extra chances, and they will be okay. 23-4 is great of a record. You know what I'm saying? That's like it's almost what? That's over 80. That's 88% win percentage when you don't throw a pick. Just don't throw a pick. It seems simple. You know what I'm saying? So the show must go on with offense, though. They got to keep it rolling. They got to pick up the momentum, keep them off balance. Pittsburgh has a fast-flowing defense. They're going to try to get to the ball. But I don't know. Like I said, as long as the game isn't a blowout, the team will need to run their offense. What is my prediction for the game? Can the Panthers win this game? Hell yeah, they can win this game. Like I said, when Cam Newton is not turning the ball over, he's running the offense, they can beat anybody in the league, in my opinion. However, I think the circumstances are stacked too far high against the Panthers. Like, I got a bad feeling. I had a bad feeling last week, so maybe it's a good thing. I had a sick feeling in my stomach about, like, Fitzpatrick just throwing bombs because I wasn't sure about our secondary. And this week, I felt a sick feeling just because we're traveling. And it's a short week. Eric Reed is banged up. Ryan Khalil's banged up. I think Mario's banged up. And somebody else is banged up too. So it's like, okay, short week. We got dudes injured. I don't know, man. I always have the utmost confidence in the team. But right here, I'm kind of doubting. I think the Steelers may win 31-27. That's my prediction. I think it'll be a close game. But I think that the traveling and the injuries may be a little bit too much for the Panthers to overcome because, like I said, they got some injuries in some key spots. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be tough. So I can't believe I predicted them, but I won't be surprised if the Panthers win. Like I said, I think they can beat anybody in the league when Cam in the right circumstances and if Cam Newton doesn't turn the ball over. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta. I agree. Like I'll see y'all chatting a little bit. The saying the Steelers aren't the same that they used to be. Their defense is garbage. I mean, they try to. The thing about the Panthers that face the team like the Steelers, they try to use different type of blitz packages and stuff. And that was the Ravens. The Ravens probably have a better pass rush, in my opinion, and the Steelers needed a good job. So, like I said, y'all know who I'm rooting for, man. I'm all out. I'm all out going for them, but. Antonio said that our defense is really bad. I don't know. I just like I said, I gave y'all my piece. I think the circumstances will be just too much for the Panthers to overcome. They're traveling the short week, and it'll be cold. So it is what it is. Like I said, it's all about starting fast. If the Panthers get a touchdown on their first drive, I got a feeling they'll win the game. Or they get points on their first drive and start fast, they'll probably win the game. I mean, it just is what it is. When Panthers, they're very good at controlling the game. It's just they just kind of ease off a little bit in the third quarter, let teams come back, or They just start slow. Like I said, fast start. Every other road loss has been we. Like I said, the road losses we just started slow. We still had a chance to win the game at the end with the ball in our hands. Redskins game, we didn't happen. We turned it over on 4th down. Falcons game, same thing. We threw it to DJ. He didn't come up with the catch in the end zone. So it is what it is. Let's move on to the Falcons and the Browns. I spent a lot of time on that Panthers game. I mean, it's probably the game of the week. In my opinion, I haven't looked at the full schedule, but definitely the game of the week in the division. But Falcons at Browns. Let's see. Falcons, they pulled the 4-4. Like I said, the hype train is real, dog. The belief is real. They all about trying to get this Super Bowl. They're trying to get this Super Bowl in the city, which is impossible. Don't tell them it ain't gonna happen. But they're back to 4-4. They're back in the race. The bandwagon is now accepting more passengers. It's wide open. You know what I'm saying? The Browns aren't as bad as they seem, guys. Curtin says Browns win 100-0 just because. Is it 100? And then, like I said, yeah, the Falcons they're getting healthy. They signed Bruce Irvin. The excitement is building up. The offense is finally rounding into shape consistently. Julio broke the touchdown curse, and got into the end zone. And it seems like things may be right. It seems like things may be rounding into shape for these guys. However, they're going on the road. They got a lot of road games down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know my policy on dome teams when it comes to playing outside late in the year. I don't trust them. You know what I'm saying? However, excuse me. Ooh, shit. They're going to be going to the dog pound. The dog pound going to be right. We're going to see what Baker Mayfield got. Donald Gonzalez says he knows that the Browns aren't that good because he was there. I agree. I mean, I've been watching. I keep my eye on them. They're my little side team, I guess, my side piece squad, I guess you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? The Curtin said you got to twist it. He wanted him to lose, and it's just it'll be interesting to see how Matt Ryan, if he can stay hot again, because he's playing at his old MVP level, but can he stay hot? You know what I'm saying? They have to take care of the ball because the Browns are very good at taking it away. I think they're one of the highest in the league in takeaways, and Greg Williams is that type of guy. You know what I'm saying? It will be interesting to see Myles Garrett take on Matthews. Excuse me. Matthews from the tackle, I guess. I think it's Jake Matthews. Can't remember his name. The game is in Cincinnati. The game is in Cleveland. So it'll be cold. The dog pound's gonna be rolling. But I think it'll be closer than people think. And I think my prediction is going to be 26-21 Falcons. I think Baker is going to be able to get some points. It'll probably be some more points than that, but I think Baker will be able to. I think Baker will be able to make some moves, but I don't think the Browns will be able to consistently stop the Falcons. We'll see though. I mean, like I said, it's a whole different ball game outside their dome in some real cold weather. But I got the Falcons 26-21. Carolina Panthers says Falcons 28-12. Then King Panthers said Cleveland wins a close one, low scoring 16-14. Donald Gonzalez says Atlanta wins. A lot of y'all kind of pretty torn. So, I mean, Donald Gonzalez asked me about. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say that question about Hugh Jackson. I'll do that for the speed round. Like I said, if y'all got any questions, drop it on the bottom. The speed round's coming up at the end, of course. Let's move on to the next game: the New Orleans Saints and the Bengals. So, the Saints and the Bengals. The Saints will be traveling. They're gonna be riding high. A lot of teams that got them as the number one in the power rankings in the league. Everybody's trying to be like the wise guy. Well, I told you so. I picked the Saints in preseason to win the Super Bowl. Like, nobody heard y'all pick the Saints. Like, all these national media guys claiming they picked the Saints to win it all when nobody heard them pick the Saints. Everybody is picking the Rams to win it all. Now that the Saints finally get a win over the Rams, they want to jump and claim that they're some know-it-all. But they always flip the script. The bandwagon is strong. I'm not sure that they ain't get Dez Bryant just for hype. You know what I'm saying? Just to bring some, because you know Sean Payton is a showman. He likes to stunt and flex on people. But it is what it is. So the Saints are the last team in the division to play the Bengals. Everybody's played them. The Bengals are 2-1 versus our division. You know what I'm saying? Their only loss came to the Panthers, 31-21, and they beat the Falcons in a last second game. It was a close game there. It was a close game against the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. The Antonio Noba is asking, you on the wrong side. You on the wrong side in this chat. Everybody in this chat wants the Saints to lose. You're the only one that want the Saints to win. Want to win because you're Steelers. You know what I'm saying? But but it's always funny. But but it's just like I said, the games have been pretty high scoring. You know what I'm saying? Juan Lopez said the Bengals only play for regular season. Hey, we know Marvin Lewis ain't won a playoff game since he's been there. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. And, you know, they have some talent every now and then. But AJ Green will be out this game. He will not be playing. He's on my fantasy team. He's breaking my heart, guys. It's devastating. No AJ Green. Of course, a player like that of his caliber will be a big factor with him missing. How will the Saints handle success? They had this motto at the beginning of the year because people were picking them of prove them right. About everybody picking them, they wanted to prove everybody right. Can they handle the success? They're adding Dez Bryant. I don't know if Dez will play this week. I haven't really heard anything yet. But will he play this week? And will there be a hangover? I mean, they can't afford to have any blips. There's a lot at stake. They beat the Rams, but the Rams still only had one loss. That's their first loss. So the Saints have the head-to-head. The Saints got to keep it up because if they lose, it doesn't matter if they have a tiebreaker. If the Rams have a better record, it doesn't matter. Then the Panthers are around the Saints' heels, so they can't afford to lose any. They can't afford to lose any games at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, with AJ Green being out, it's gonna be tough. But I think this game will be closer than the experts think also. I think the Saints are a touchdown favorite. I don't know, 5.5 point favorite on the road, which is tough. But like I said, but Andy Dalton is still highly capable of getting the job done. Tyler Boyd's have a very good year. Andy Dalton's highly capable of torching a secondary, especially a secondary like the Saints. Granted, will it be enough to outscore the Saints? I doubt it. The weather could be cold. We'll see what happens. We'll see if that has any effect on the offense. I still think it'll be a higher scoring game because everybody else has put up within the 30s on them. My prediction is 33-27 Saints. I just think that the offense will be able to do too much, and it just won't. The Bengals not having AJ Green will be a big factor because he's just a big player. I mean, Joe Mixon, I think he'll do his thing. I see Joe Mixon have a pretty decent game, but I just think that, like I said, the lack of missing those guys is tough. I mean, both defenses aren't great, so I think it'll be some points scored despite the weather. And like I said, King Panther. Yeah, AJ Green is out. King Panther. Yeah, so he's been hurt. He's on my fantasy team, man. He's been killing me. Jonathan Scott said the Saints play defense with their offense. It's crazy. Yeah, you're right. Kurt 1008 says 48-2 Bengals. Mixon, he thinks Mixon will fumble once. Nashville Saints said the secondary has been looking suspect, but the offense is deadly. And you're right. I mean, the secondary has been pretty trash. The run defense has been pretty good. But like I said, the offense has been the best defense. And the offense has actually been explosive, but yet still doing ball control and getting points. Like the way they've been able to manipulate what they do on a week-to-week basis It's crazy. Juan Lopez says, who will Burfict hurt? Hopefully, Burfict will hurt somebody significant on the Saints team. That way, he will help us in the division race. But we'll see what Burfict can do. You know what I'm saying? He's a hard-nosed guy. And Carolina Panthers says that AJ Green's toe is swollen. I don't know how that would feel in some socks. Has to feel kind of nasty. But he won't be playing. But that's a nasty. I couldn't imagine my toe being swollen. That's got to feel garbage. But like I said, it'll be a closer game than people think. I think. So like I said, yeah, Jonathan Scott. Exactly. Jonathan Scott sees what I'm saying. It's not that the Saints' run defense is just dominant. It's just they get people out of their game. They feel like they put a sense of urgency on their opposition. Opposition feel like they have to keep up the score, and they get away from the run. They feel they start pressing. They start abandoning their game style. But I agree. And the Bengals have a pretty good running back in that and Joe Mixon. So it'll be a decent matchup. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a decent matchup. Make sure y'all drop y'all questions for Speed Round down below. I'm coming to them now. I got one more game, the Bucks and the Redskins, of course. But make sure y'all drop y'all questions. Any kind of question. Can be football, can be baseball, can be basketball, can be college basketball, could be life, could be relationship advice, could be. Don't give me no trivia. Don't give me no trivia. I don't do trivia. You know what I'm saying? I do a little bit. I know a little bit of something. I know a little about a lot, but I don't know a lot about a little. That makes sense. But give me some questions. I'll come back to them at the end on the Speed Round. Drop those questions. Like I said, any sport, any topic, whatever. Let's go to this. Let's go to this Bucks and Redskins game. The Buccaneers. I need like a piano for right now, just because I feel for you guys, man. I'm here for y'all. I know y'all struggling. It's been a rough year. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for y'all. You know, I'm here for y'all. It's been a tough year. You know what I'm saying? Y'all started out pretty hot. The Fitzmagic was beautiful. It was like sweet music. But we come to a crossroads, guys. You know what I'm saying? You're playing the Redskins. They got embarrassed last week too. So that's the bright side is both of you guys gave up 40 last week. You know what I'm saying? You both gave up 40 last week. You actually put up points. The Redskins didn't. I think the Redskins are overrated. In my opinion, they got a lot of hype. The NFC least is trash overall. I brag about the NFC South being the best division, and I'm not wrong. The NFC least is the worst. They're not good. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a good division at all. I mean, I don't know. But the Redskins just don't. They have a lot of talent. They made that move for Ha Clinton Dix, and they proceeded to get their secondary destroyed the week after. You know what I'm saying? So is their secondary still right for the pick? And they got a lot of talent. The Buccaneers have a talented receiving core too. Will Fitzmagic bounce back? He just seemed off last week, man. I don't know what it was. I don't know. He wasn't. The thing about Fitz, the reason why he'll still remain a starter is he wasn't that he was making bad decisions. He just was making bad throws. Like you can live with him making bad throws because it is what it is. Sometimes you miss some. You can't hit them all. But bad decisions, forcing it like Jameis does sometimes, it can't happen. You know what I'm saying? And the question is, what is the mentality of the team right now? Are they still trying to get wins? Are they trying to play for Cutter? Are they like lame duck? Like what are they doing? Like Cutter, he's trying to win obviously because he wants to save his job. But is his job worth saving? You know what I'm saying? Is it worth saving at this point? The franchise is in a weird spot. The writing kind of seems on the wall. Jonathan Scott calls them the racial slurs. My friend calls them that too. Fortunately for the racial slurs, fortunately for the Bucks, the racial slurs have a lot of guys banged up. Paul Richardson went on IR. I think Brandon Sheriff, O-lineman, went on IR, and a couple other guys went on IR. And Alex Deal, welcome to the live stream. What up, though? He said through the Bills and the Jets game, I got you. Ooh, he tested my football. He tested my football acumen by giving me these outside games. But there's a lot of injuries by the Redskins, man. They're right for the picking. You know what I'm saying? It could be a game that the Bucks take advantage of. The matchups seem to be in the Bucks' favor. Listen here. So the Bucks are decent versus the run. The Redskins, they like to run the ball. So that'll be kind of a pretty good thing to see. Can they stop AP? The Skins don't really have a wide receiver that can scare you. But the Bucks don't have a great secondary. So it's like, okay, this is a wash. This is something that could really work in their favor. Strength on strength. Wide receivers by the Bucks versus the secondary of the Redskins. Should be fun. My prediction is the Bucks win this game 26-23. I think it'll be a close one. And we'll see what happens. All right. So speed round. I see y'all been dumping questions on my lap. Like, I don't know. Y'all got to keep dropping questions though, because that's a lot of them. Yeah, Lucas. Yeah, you're right. Redskins running backs versus the Bucks front seven. Exactly. So go ahead and drop some questions. It don't matter. I'm answering anything. It don't matter what team. I know y'all laughing at this guy asking about the Bills and the Jets, but I'm showing love, dog. If football is football to me, we're gonna be crying when the season is over, and we worrying about, and we wish we had the Bills and the Jets to watch. So make sure y'all drop y'all questions for the speed round. I'm going up the list. There's a lot of comments. Y'all going at it. Y'all was quiet last week, but it's really thick. Oh, we lit tonight. 19 in the stream. Make sure y'all leave a thumbs up. All y'all that's here, I appreciate y'all tuning in. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, man. I do this every Wednesday. I'm bringing it to you. Usually at 8 o'clock. I was late today, but I'm still on. Some of y'all stragglers got to catch up. But like I said, appreciate the love. Get a video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you hadn't already. And let's get into this speed round. Okay, well, dang, y'all started out hot. My Super Bowl pick, my preseason Super Bowl pick, I'll tell you, was the Vikings and the Patriots. How that's holding up now, I don't know. If I want to give an updated Super Bowl pick, I'll say the Rams and the Patriots. I still think the Rams can do it, but we'll see right now. It just depends on it. The thing about it is, it's all about how the playoffs line up and who's got home field. Like the NFC is such closely knit as far as like the difficulty. It's just all about who has home field. Juan Lopez, new sub, check it in. I appreciate you, bro. Welcome to the channel. I love it. I love the fresh faces in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Donald Clark says Saints and Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I don't believe in the Chiefs defense, man. And you got to get a little bit of pressure on Patrick Mahomes so he can't throw 80 million yards to Tyreek Hill. But it is what it is. Let me go. Y'all make sure y'all drop y'all questions. I think Lucas had it. Okay, dang. I already gave my Super Bowl pick. Nashville saying you got. I know you asked that question. You heard that, so you good. Yep, Thursday night game gonna be. Dang, there's a lot of comments, y'all. Y'all going at it. Curtis said the Browns gonna win 100-0 in this game Sunday against the Falcons. If anybody ever lost 100-0, he asked. Oh yeah, Hugh Jackson. Do I agree with the firing of Hugh Jackson? I mean, I talked about it last week a little bit. The timing is kind of. I mean, his record was trash. You know what I'm saying? The record. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But like you're right, he was right. They've been having one of their better years. So I don't know, man. Like it's a tough situation. You don't want your young quarterback to go through that type of stuff because it could hurt his development. But I mean, you got to be held accountable. I'm hearing Lincoln Riley is a prospect. I'm hearing Bruce Arians say that's the only job. Like if Bruce Arians goes to the Browns will be a playoff team next year because he will have. He's a quarterback freaking guru. He added years to Carson Palmer's career. You know what I'm saying? If Bruce Arians can turn water into wine with water in the wine or chicken salad and the chicken shit, you know what I'm saying? I know what I like to say with Carson Palmer, and I think he can do numbers for the Browns because they have a lot of talent. They just need some direction. So let me see. Jonathan Scott said he's gonna laugh if the Falcons lose. Y'all make sure y'all drop y'all questions. I'm coming down the list. All right, here we go. Juan Lopez asks, who will Burfict hurt? Who will Burfict hurt in the game? Burfict, who will he match up against? He'll probably match up against Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara. Will he see any receivers coming across the middle? I don't know. But if Burfict is going to hurt anybody, it'll probably be one of the running backs. So we'll see. Knock on wood for them guys. I never want to see anybody get hurt. However, the Panthers have had their own injuries, so I'm not feeling sorry for anybody if you got hurt. King Panther said he's going to hurt Michael Thomas. that would be tough. It'd be tough. Like I said, speculating about injury is weird, but it is what it is. Burfict is that dirty. He's that dirty of a player. Cam the Scam says that if the Panthers sweep the Saints, even though he thinks the sweep will be unlikely, they would probably win it all. If the Super Bowl has to go through Charlotte, Carolina of course will win, but it's gonna be tough to get. It's gonna be tough to get home field this year, man. Like the NFC is freaking stacked, dog. Like it's really freaking ridiculous. Like this is the worst year to like this. Like when the Panthers went to the Super Bowl the year before, the NFC wasn't that great. I mean, the Cardinals, they destroyed the Cardinals in the NFC Championship and destroyed Seattle in the divisional round. Like they just pretty much ran through everybody the whole season except that one game versus the Falcons. Like the NFC wasn't nearly as good as it is this year. My top 5 MVP candidates in the NFL. I talked about this last week, but I'll go Mahomes, Gurley, Cam, Drew, and Goff. Mahomes just because he jumped out way too far, and I think it's pretty much a done deal. Gurley because Gurley's been doing numbers, dog. I say Cam over Breeze just because I think that Alvin Kamara is a little bit more valuable, honestly, to the Saints than Drew Brees is. Drew Brees is playing outstanding, but Alvin Kamara has 12, 13 touchdowns this year. And he's splitting time and splitting carries. He's had 100-yard games receiving. He's had double-digit games receiving. Like, Alvin Kamara is literally not getting any respect as far as, his value around the league. Everybody knows he's a dog, but everybody's giving all the shine to Drew Brees when Alvin Kamara is freaking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, Alvin Kamara, you guys get mad because whatever. Yeah, you get mad because I put Cam over Drew Brees, but Alvin Kamara probably added another year or two to Drew Brees' career just because he can become check down Alex, and Alvin Kamara will take them things to the house. Alvin Kamara cannot be tackled one-on-one. I don't know what is wrong with it. Like, he's not even big. He just can't be tackled one-on-one. Alvin Kamara is just it is whatever, man. I don't know. Complete chaos. What up, though? He said him and wifey checking in. I appreciate y'all checking in. But Alvin Kamara, dude, it's I don't know, man. It's really I don't know, man. He's not even huge. I told y'all last week he was gonna be the factor against the Rams, not Ingram. Ingram was ineffective. And Kamara had 3 touchdowns. So I don't know. So I'll move on to the next question. I gave my MVP. What do I think about the Lakers? The Lakers, LeBron, this year is a wash for the Lakers. LeBron is just going to drop as many movies as possible and many TV shows as possible. He's just in this is a wash year. You know what I'm saying? he's gonna just do what he can, But I don't see them winning too many games. I see Luke Walton getting fired pretty soon. Complete Cast I should be on 92.9 The Game. Why would I be on the radio, man, when I got a face for TV? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be on the radio. I'm just playing. But yeah, it took me a while to get comfortable being on freaking camera for a while anyway. So I had a podcast to start off with. But the Lakers, man, it's just I just don't like LeBron. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm one of those guys. Like I know it's like LeBron is like one of those. You either all in or you hate him. I'm on the hate side. I don't like LeBron. It's just, I don't know. It is what it is. I respect his game. He's a dog. He's not the GOAT, but he's one of them. You know what I'm saying? I respect his game, but I just don't like the dude. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I don't think the Lakers going to be nothing. He's out there to make movies and make money this year. It's just a wash. He's got like 3 shows on HBO. He's got Space Jam 2 he's going to be working on. He already did Trainwreck a couple years ago. Like, LeBron is whatever. Donald Clark says, when I hate, I really hate. At least I'm not a closet hater like you, Donald Clark. You're a closet hater. Me, I'll admit when I hate. I'll tell you I don't like LeBron. It's just period. Like, it is what it is. Antonio said, do I have an Instagram? I do. UB Sports Talk is the show's Instagram. My Instagram is I am Aaron Moses. I'll put it in there. So I'm in the chat right now, guys. So UB Sports Talk's Instagram and mine is I am. Y'all go creep on my life, I guess. Y'all go follow your boy. Show your boy some love on the Grammy gram. So I'll move on though. I'm off that basketball one. They said they're gonna paint. Who will win the ACC tournament? Who gonna win the NCAA tournament? Listen, from what I saw last night, Duke is gonna win. Duke may go undefeated for real. You know what I'm saying? Like it's Duke looks unstoppable, bro. Like Zion Williamson is from South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm from South Carolina too, but I heard you couldn't get a ticket to his high school games. I haven't talked about the Bills and the Jets yet, bro. I'm coming down the list. But Duke, they some dogs, man. They got a lot of young talent. Zion Williamson is like freaking. He's like LeBron James built like a freaking linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, dog. Like, if anything ever goes wrong with basketball, Zion Williamson can clearly come play for the Carolina Panthers and rush the passer. Because he is that big, that strong. He can jump. He's like 45-inch vert. Like, he can dribble. He can pass a little bit. He can run the fast break. He shot a 3. His first shot last night was a 3, and he swished it. Like, bro, this dude is 280 pounds with a 45-inch. Like, bro, come on. Like, I look at myself in the mirror sometimes, and I be like, well, I cannot be blessed with height like that. Like, I'm a good athlete. I'm just not tall. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I work out a lot. I work on my craft, but you can't grow. You know what I'm saying? You can't get 6'8", 280 with a 45-inch vert. You can't get that. You can't get that just anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Dudes like that are created in laboratories. There's test tubes. There's little test tubes about this long. They start mixing different genes and stuff together, and they just experiment. And poof, you get a Zion Williamson. No way a guy like that. First of all, this dude Zion Williamson. I don't want to talk about him like that because he's 18. But when I watch his speech to commit, like, there's no way to do like that. Like, Duke has to be some kind of recruit violations. There's no way Zion Williamson is smart enough to get into Duke. I don't want to talk about too bad about him, but his committal speech, his speech that he made when he signed with his letter of intent speech, I guess, with Duke. This dude was struggling to read his own speech. That's what I'm saying. It's no way. Like, there's got to be some recruiting violations. Like, you mean to tell me this investigation that happened with the FBI and Duke came out with their hands clean? Like, come on, man. Come on. You know Duke paying that cash. I know from a source firsthand from Clemson that they offer him money to come there. Like that Clemson offers him like not a scholarship, like cash to go there. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that he might have been going to Clemson. I think his stepdad played at Clemson. I think it was rumored he would go to South Carolina because he's from home state, but I don't know. But Zion is a dog. I think that we'll see what the Tar Heels got, but it just don't look. It looked like Luke has too much talent. Let me keep going because a lot of y'all talking trash. Who's gonna the college football national championship game and who wins? Man, it's gonna be Alabama and Michigan, and Alabama's gonna win it all. I think Michigan's gonna actually beat Ohio State this year finally, and I think they'll get there. And I think Alabama's gonna destroy anybody that they face anyway. So, Alex, deal. I got you, man. Let's talk about the Bills and the Jets, real quick, real fast. So, I ain't gonna lie, guys. I watched the Bills game versus the Patriots. It was a tough one to watch. I wanted to see Derek Anderson, the former Panther, do his thing. And it was hard to watch, man. LaShawn McCoy, I don't know, like he's good, but the Bills, I don't know. They've turned into the JV team, the Panthers JV team when they picked up Brandon Beane and McDermott, and they got Tolbert before they let him go. They got freaking Derek Anderson. They had Joe Webb. They had Caitlin Clark. I mean, it's pretty much like a bridge team or a G League team for the like. They've been bad. Josh Allen, I don't know when is Josh Allen even coming back? Is he back this game? Peterman, I didn't watch last week, but Peterman ain't it, dog. Sometimes it comes to a point in time where you got to realize that football just may not be for you. Like the NFL may just not be for you. Like I'm sure Peterman is a great guy. I'm sure he's a good human being, but the NFL and football is just not for him. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting to see. This is a divisional game between the Jets and the Bills. You know what I'm saying? This should be easy pickings. Not easy pickings, let me say that, because the Jets have been struggling too. They taking their lumps to their rookie quarterback. And they just don't have a ton of weapons or people on offense. So the Bills defense may be able to hold up. Can they get some turnovers? Can they do? I don't know, man. Like it's just when teams are this like bad and rough, it's gonna be an ugly game. Who will I pick to win this game? I gotta pick the Jets just because quarterback play. I don't trust Nate Peterman. I don't trust Peterman to win any game. Let me see if he's starting this game. Oh no. So y'all go Google Nate Peterman. Scorpio Red, what up though? Whenever y'all have some spare time, go Google Nate Peterman. Somebody started a GoFundMe page to get enough money to pay Nate Peterman to retire from football. Like, I wonder how much money he's gotten up to. So, how much is it up to? How much is the GoFundMe up to? If anybody can find a link to the GoFundMe page, bruh, please let me know. I want a link. I want to see how much money is there. I may even give some money to it. Hell, Nate Peterman, Nate Peterman, dog, he just not it. You know what I'm saying? I just talked to Chief, and Chief said it ain't it. You know, he is he's not the one, man. I hope 35,000. No, you lying, dog. It can't be up to 35,000. Hold on, let me see. Nate Peterman. So Peterman is out? Oh, Peterman ain't out. Oh, he said he don't know. I need to see it, bro. I need to see it. Oh, here it is. It was started 4 days ago. They got $200. Oh! Oh, look, they got 200. Let's see if I can get a shot of it. I'm gonna move the camera. Look, guys, I'm not lying. $200. They called him Defensive Player of the Week. Look at his quarterback rating. Yo, this ain't real, man. This game ain't real. People are actually donating to this. People are actually donating to this. This is funny. People are actually donating to this, man. Oh, man. Dog, his quarterback rating was a laughing, a crying, like, bro. Look. Let me read the description. Nate Peterman, we understand your passion to play football and especially NFL, but please, for the love of God, retire and leave and never come back. All caps. We will give you money, just leave. If for any reason Nate Peterman, this is the fine print. If for any reason Nate Peterman doesn't accept the money or declines the offer, the money will be given to a charity. The name of the charity will be announced later, but either way, the money will be used towards a good cause. Some of the comments on there, I can't take it anymore. It says, please save me. Nathan Peterman's pride left a comment and said, please save me. Pick six Peterman. I mean, Nathan is like being the best one-leg man in the skipping contest. I can't wait until I see you selling tires at Pep Boys someday because you sent your NFL money to Nigerian prince that promised you glory and riches. Y'all, the internet is a cold place. Like, this is why people hesitate to start YouTube channels and put themselves out on the internet, because the internet is a cold place, dog. Like, Nathan Peterman, $207. You're on your way. Their goal is $1 million. Now that's overpriced. However, that's a lot of go away money. I'll go anywhere. Y'all can, if y'all want me to go away, y'all can start a GoFundMe page. Y'all put the goal $1 million. I'll go anywhere. I'll retire from anything. You know what I'm saying? But it is weird. Let's keep it moving, man. Like I said, I'm picking the Jets to win. The Bills just, they stink, man. But I don't know, man. It's tough. Whew. Let me keep going. But somebody said Jonathan Scott said Sean Payton will turn him into Tom Brady. Dude, yeah, right. You think Sean Payton is Jesus, that he could turn water into wine? Like, no. Nathan Peterman is just not good at football. Let me keep it moving. Dude, get up here. Okay, so, Darnold's hurt. Oh my God, Darnold's hurt too. Like, no, who's playing? Is Josh McCown gonna be starting? I'm guessing. I'm still taking the Jets. Josh McCown may actually even be an upgrade from the way Darnold had been playing. Kurt Tan said that Sean Payton ain't turning Nate Peterman into Tom Brady. Nate Peterman turning Sean Payton into Hugh Jackson. Carolina Panthers, yeah, there it is, Funches. So he thinks that we should trade Funches. Now, I was the main guy driving the I don't believe in Funches train. Especially after he let us down. He should have got that jump ball last year. I think he should have. Funches could have easily caught that jump ball to me in the playoffs against the Saints. We probably could have won that game. Does Kelvin Benjamin catch a 50-50 ball like that? Maybe. That's what I thought to myself. But Funches, I think Funches is a good guy for the system that we're running. We need a taller guy. All our receivers can't be 5'10". We pretty much have an offense filled with all the same guys. Literally, DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, and Christian McCaffrey are pretty much the same guy. They just do it different ways. One's a running back that can't play receiver. One's a receiver that can't play running back. And one's just a guy that can play both very good in Curtis Samuel. So it's. I don't think Devin Funches, his payday is coming up. How much do you pay a guy like Funches? His price tag as a number one receiver, he has been overly productive. Like, I just think that Funches will probably get at least what $12 million. Probably I would think would be a price tag. Anything over 12 to 4, anything over $12 million, I'm not paying Funches that much money. Like 12 is even generous itself. I wouldn't even pay him that, but just the way he's produced, he's had a couple touchdowns this year. I don't know, man. It's whatever. Let me go down some more. Y'all are ruthless, man. Y'all didn't want me to talk about that Duke game. JC said who I'm rocking with in college basketball this year. My low-key team in basketball is Syracuse. So I'm rolling with them this year, man. I don't think I win at all, but I like the Syracuse orange. It's kind of random, but I don't know. I just like the zone. You know, I like the 2-3 zone. But they're gonna get blitzed by the Blue Devils. But Duke can't really. They don't know. The jury's still out. They can shoot. They have some trouble every now and then with that zone because they don't have the shooters. But we'll see what happens there. Let me see. Donald Gonzalez asked my opinion on Duke's floor freshman outscoring the whole team, Kentucky's whole team. That's crazy. Yeah, you probably heard it today, but Kentucky had a number 2 recruiting class. They had all these McDonald's All-Americans, and they got beat by 31 in a college basketball game. Literally, the Duke Blue Devils put up 118 points in a college basketball game. Like, that's freaking ridiculous, man. I'm not going to get too much on it, but because I already talked about it, but Duke, you got good talent with a good coach, not just John Calipari, who's a glorified AAU coach, recruiting guys. You got a good coach like Coach K that can actually put guys into successful positions. Stuff like that happens. You get beat by 31 points. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe I just called John Calipari a glorified AAU coach. That's kind of disrespectful, but tis what it is. Keep going. Alice Dill, you say you're in a gambling tournament. Who do I think is going to win? I'll say Duke, if that's what you're talking about, basketball. Donald Clark asked, what do I think the final record for the Panthers will be? At worst, 12-4. At worst, 11-5. At best, 13-3. But I think 12-4. 12-4, 11-5, somewhere in that area. I just think that they have a lot of road games down the stretch. They have a tough schedule. You know, they got the Saints twice, Falcons. You got the Seahawks. The only slouches are the Browns, the Bucks. Who else? The Browns, the Bucks. I don't remember who else they got, but it's gonna be a tough schedule. But I like the way they're playing right now. It's like 10-6. Ooh, that's just disrespectful. 4-4 down to the back end. H no. The Packers. Lucas, my man, is a cheesehead. They're in a tough spot. They've been in a lot of close games. They've lost 4 out of the last 5. The Packers have. They've played good teams good, but their division is tough. That division's competitive, so they're gonna have to win the division if they want to get in the playoffs. Nobody's gonna want to see them in a 1-game scenario. Aaron Jones, you're right. He had the fumble last week that pretty much cost them the game. That pretty much turned the game. Once he fumbled, they kind of lost them the game for them. Like, it's amazing what turnovers can do. They can be devastating. And they had a chance to beat the Patriots on the road. You turn the ball over. You can't really turn the ball over on the road, man. It happens. Who wins the Rams and Chiefs game? I'm picking the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs offense is freaking too ridiculous to be stopped. I mean, the Rams offense is good, but I think the Chiefs. I gotta figure out where it's at. I think it may be in Arrowhead, but the Chiefs offense is freaking wild, man. Wow. Curtan, man, he said the live stream in the chat is fun. He's subbing. I appreciate the sub. Like I said, I do the live stream every Wednesday, man. Alex Deal said the Saints are gonna win the Super Bowl for a fact. King Panther said the Panthers and Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Lucas said, do I think Bruce Irvin will be like OC signing for the Falcons? What do you mean, do I think he'll be like OC? Like, I can't remember, how well did OC do in Atlanta? Was he good? I think he could be a late addition. Like I said, he's familiar with the system. Like I said, y'all have to go back and see my full breakdown of the Bruce Irvin signing I talked about. But go ahead and check back there. We'll see. Tomorrow's game, I broke that down. I picked my prediction is the Steelers, but I think the Panthers, they definitely have a good chance. What do I think about Bruce Irvin? Yeah, you got to scroll back for the Bruce Irvin NCAA football. Like I said, I got Alabama. Wow. He said he got mad because Jonathan Scott got mad because I picked Cam over Breeze, and he said CTE is spreading. If CTE was contagious, maybe. What up, though? Le'Veon. Le'Veon will be back next week. Is he gonna play? I doubt it. I think he'll probably break a nail and just put himself on injured reserve. That way he collect the check. That way he doesn't have to play. I think I don't think he's gonna want to play. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? But if I was Le'Veon, like I said, I'd fake an injury, just collect my money and hit free agency or make them trade me. Juan Lopez said LeBron is partying in LA too much. Jonathan Scott said I can't wait till we slap the Panthers into a coma in Charlotte. Look, it's weird, man. As Complete Chaos said, I'm the truth. Appreciate it. Juan Lopez says LeBron will pop up with a Kardashian sometime soon. Wow. So let's see. That Bills and Chiefs. So the thing about the Saints fans, man, the Saints fans, don't let these people get it twisted. Let's not act like the Saints just destroyed the Panthers in the playoffs last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't act like Devin Funchess, like the only like the Panthers didn't have the ball with a chance to. Hold on, what was that final score? It was a touchdown game, right? Don't act like the Panthers didn't have the ball. Yeah, it was. Yeah, the Panthers had a chance to win the game. Literally at the end of the game, they had a chance to win the game. Don't act like they didn't have the ball with a chance to win. Like at the end of the game, going down the stretch, and Cam Newton was throwing to Kalen Clay, Brenton Burson, Mose Frazier. These are guys that aren't in the NFL anymore, guys. These guys, he has playmakers now, and he has protection. Y'all remember y'all got that sack on fourth down? He has protection. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a different story. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. I mean, the Saints are hot right now, but the Panthers are hot too. Right now, if they played each other, I would give the Saints the win. But the way the Panthers are progressing, their trajectory just seems like they have the ceiling is the roof. The Saints, I think they're up there. I don't see them getting any better than what they are now. But I think, like I said, right now, I think the Saints are the best team right now and probably the league. But I think they've met their ceiling. Now the Panthers, like I said, they're on the upward trajectory. They're on a crash course. So we'll see. Two trains on the same track going at 100 miles an hour. It's gonna be interesting. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Scott talking about they getting the broom out. What broom are you talking about? You talking about the broom when the Buccaneers sweep y'all, or what? Because the Buccaneers have beaten y'all 2 times in a row, if I'm not mistaken. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm just gonna sip my water when we talk about these Bucks. 2 games in a row against the Saints. It is what it is. Nobody want to comment about the Bucks beating the. Jonathan Scott, what about the Bucks beating the Saints? You don't want to comment on that when I say something about that. But the church gets a little bit quiet when I mention the Buccaneers, who got y'all number. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? But it don't even matter. Yeah, y'all scoring 40, but the Bucs scored 48. Antonio Noble said, "Ooh, 2 games in a row." Listen, the Saints brag about the same stuff, but it is what it is. You let the Bucs drop 48 on y'all. That's scary, bro. That's a scary sight. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let me keep moving. He said, I forgot about Clemson. No, I didn't forget about Clemson. Clemson has a good basketball team, but they're not beating Duke. Duke is they're not beating Duke. Duke is like the Warriors. They are the Alabama. They are the Alabama of college basketball. Like Alabama, they're the Alabama of college football. I mean college basketball. They're not gonna not gonna lose to anybody in my opinion. But LSU needs offensive coordinator so bad. LSU needs, I'm not a huge Coach O fan. It was kind of embarrassing for them. I really was rooting for them. I'm not gonna lie, I bet money on LSU. I thought they would be able to at least keep it close, but they couldn't. Like they're off. Like until they get a decent quarterback and a decent offensive coordinator. Like, I don't know why they can literally get every other position but a quarterback. Like, why can't they get a quarterback? Like, I don't understand. Like, why can't they get a quarterback? Like, if anybody knows the answer to that, let me know. Why can't they get a quarterback? Period. King Pence said Clemson ain't doing that. Dude, yeah. You talking about Clemson in college football, too. I don't believe in Clemson, man. I don't like the ACC. The ACC is weak to me. I don't like Michigan's defense. I don't believe in Trevor Lawrence yet. He's a phenom, but he's only a freshman. And plus, I don't like how they did. I don't like how they did my man Kelly Bryant. They're not really my man, but I'm a South Carolina Gamecock fan also, so I don't really like Clemson anyway. So I'm always hate. Carolina Panthers said Nate Peterman is the GOAT. Nashville Saints say Dak is trash. Juan Lopez said the Pats always in the easiest division. Complete Chaos said he misses Les Miles. Coach O, he's a good interim coach or an assistant. But he's just not that type of guy, man. I don't think he can get the job done. Man, bump them Tigers, man. Nobody worry about them Tigers, Levon. Nobody worry about them Tigers, man. It's all about them Gamecocks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right, John Scott. They need an offensive coordinator. They had the defense to compete with Alabama. They just need a quarterback and an offensive coordinator. Kurt Tan says he thinks it's going to be Alabama and Clemson in part 3. King Panther signed off, say, mark my words, Carolina, Tampa will win. King Panther says Carolina, Tampa, and New Orleans win, and Atlanta loses this weekend. Bruh. If y'all just started tuning in, please go check out and donate to the Nate Peterman GoFundMe page. The Bills need help. They need this man to retire. Let me see. Is Cam a Hall of Famer? I would say yeah. I mean, he's the greatest dual threat quarterback of all time. Like, there's literally no dual threat quarterback better than him. Like, I think Cam will be a Hall of Famer. Like, even though he's like at the pace that he's on now, he's projected to finish top 10 in a lot of passing categories, and he's the most successful running quarterback already. I think by the time he ends his career, like I said, he'll be top 10 in most of the passing stats. Cam Newton's a Hall of Famer to me. Nashville Saints say Vic, the mystique and around Vic was bigger. Because he was more of a likable guy, I guess. But Cam is definitely better dual threat. It is what it is. All right. Last question. Talk about the 49ers and the Giants game. Jesus Christ. Why are you giving me these garbage games to talk about, Alex Deal? I'm a man of the people, so I will talk about this game just a little bit. Mullins. I think the 49ers will win this game. From what I saw from Mullins, this dude, This dude, Kyle Shanahan, is a monster. Now, I see why people were pissed off at Sarkisian because he definitely ain't half the coach that Shanahan is. Shanahan, Shanahan, he really turned the water into wine. Like Mullins is like Mullins had 3 touchdowns on the Raiders. The Raiders are trash, and you know what I'm saying? I agree, but this is a third string quarterback. You know what I'm saying? CJ Beathard was hurt, and freaking of course we know what's the name was that Jimmy porn star Jimmy was hurt too. So I mean, for him to get a game plan together for Mullins, from the throw 3 touchdown passes in prime time in his first start in the NFL, after only playing in the preseason, I don't know. One of my best friend, he's a Giants fan. He's in tank mode. And I don't know. The 49ers, their defense isn't that good either. Where is the game at? Or is the game in New York or is it San Fran? And what time is the game? That's a big factor. If I was betting, you always got to bet. JC said the Giants don't win, they got to blow it up, bro. Oh, it's in San Fran. Okay, so it's a different story. If it had been in New York, like I said, at 1 o'clock, like I said, if you do any sports betting, always bet on if it's a 1 o'clock game, if there's a West Coast team traveling to the East, always bet on the home team. Just FYI, because that time change, it kills the West Coast teams every time. It's like playing at 10 a.m. Who's playing football at 10 a.m.? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but I got the Niners winning. I don't think the Giants are good at all. I think Saquon goes turkey, ham, and I think he goes ham, turkey, and bananas. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call it. He goes crazy on them. I don't know. It's hard to pick games when 2 teams are bad like this, but it is what it is. Dang, man, it's been a good live stream, man. I'm in almost 100 minutes. I appreciate you guys. So make sure if you haven't given the video a thumbs up. If you're just tuning in, make sure you give the channel a sub. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Anisha Taylor, the Giants cannot beat any team with a decent offense. You're right. LeVon said how I got the Panthers losing against the Steelers. The circumstances, bro. We're traveling on a short week to Pittsburgh. Road teams usually don't do good on Thursdays. I think on a neutral site or on a Sunday, I think we win this game home more away. It's just traveling on Thursday. We got some injuries. Eric Reed's beat up. Khalil's hurt. I think Mario's hurt. It is what it is. But I just think the circumstances are stacked too high against them. I'm going. Of course, I'm rooting for the Panthers. I'm picking them. But, I mean, I'm always going to ride. And I wouldn't be surprised if they win. But I just feel like the circumstances are stacked too high. We got dealt a shitty hand by the NFL with the schedule, but it is what it is. It'll be a good game, no doubt, regardless. But we'll see what happens. But like I said, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up. Make sure if you're not subscribed, and it's your first time tuning in, I appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. That way you can stay up to date on all these videos. I've got a lot of different stuff I'm trying with the channel. I don't know if you guys checked out my little Dante Jackson versus the Buccaneers video with the film breakdown. Let me know if you guys like that on the video. If you want to see more of those type of videos, let me know with the film breakdown. Jonathan Scott over here dropping T, whatever you want to call it. But if y'all like the film breakdown videos, let me know. I'll try to do some more about it because I got NFL Game Pass, so I get all the coaches tape. Merchandise coming soon by next live stream. My next live stream, I have some merchandise for you guys. I'm gonna try to get some What Up Though shirts. So, some What Up Though shirts and whatever. And Scorpio Red said that dude on dope. Y'all funny, man, in these comments. The chat be so lit, it's ridiculous. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Merchandise coming soon. More videos, of course. I'm trying to do this thing maybe in December where I drop a video a day. It's gonna be tough. They call it like Vlog Timber or something like that. Maybe I'll try that or try a challenge for that. We'll see. I'll be going to anybody will be going to the Buccaneers Panthers game in Tampa. Let me know. I'll be there too. Maybe we can holler at your boy, tailgating, or something like that. I'll be there. Just an update. Channel's going strong. A little over 700 subscribers. The goal is 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'm trying to push for it. We'll see what happens. Going daily will probably do something for it. Will help. We'll see. But it is what it is. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm right at 100 minutes. I'm going to stop it right at 100. So without further ado, I'm Aaron Duncan signing off for the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. I got my King shirt on. I'll see you guys next time.